So tonight is Majella Blend Your Own Bordeaux version night. We're doing it with Expat Living here at John Erdos in Dempsey Hill. For those who are new to the database, it's a really good excuse to drink a whole lot of wine, but more importantly to get maybe a bit of an understanding of what the various varieties do to a finished blend of wine. As we know, Bordeaux comes predominantly with Cabernet or predominantly with Merlot and 4 or 5 other varieties. So we're paring it down. We're just going to use Cabernet, Merlot and Shiraz tonight, but it's a huge amount of fun, and we'll do an update later where you can see how the guys are actually doing their blending. Thanks. Pouring the Majella Malaya 2002.
Okay guys, I'd like to... Okay, too much talking on this table. Too much fun already. Okay. My mother thinks I'm out all the time, stop. Okay guys, I would like to welcome you all to the Expat Living newcomer event. This is our 3rd event. This is one of the most successful. This sold out before it hit the press, so thank you to all of you to responding to my personal emails that I sent to you. Sorry. Tonight is a Majella blending competition, so it's quite unique. Robert, who I'll introduce to you, will actually talk you through what's going to happen this evening. I'd like to say the table at the back has got 6 bottles and only 3 people. They're the people to friend.
Am I kind of friend?
I'll be up there later. There's a few people I just want to thank. I'm going to make this very brief. There's a few people that make these things happen. I'd firstly like to say thank you to eFood and Wine and John Erdos, to the great team who are going to look after you this evening, and also for the venue. So thank you for that. Also to Singtel, who is our continued sponsor throughout all of these events. So they support us and they make sure that we can continue to do these events for people as well. So thank you to Singtel. And also, can you make sure that you've popped your business card? Late arrival, John. Sorry. We'll get you seated. Somebody, yeah, just pop yourself on one of the tables.
Join the table at the back with all the extra
If you want to pop your business card into the fishbowl, you've got the opportunity to win some great wines this evening and also a gift from John Erdos. John Erdos will be open until 9 o'clock, and you've actually all got a 15% off voucher if you want to go shopping later as well. Alcohol shopping girls, it's going to be a good night. And also, I think lastly, but obviously, the man of the moment.
Oh, no.
Okay, this doesn't happen without him. His generosity and the vineyards for giving us the alcohol, so I hope you enjoy it. This is Robert. He's been in the industry forever.
Yeah.
I wasn't going to say the numbers.
Yeah, no, the numbers much better. Yeah,
forever. Okay, he's worked across in companies in Australia and the US, Russia, and also now he's in Singapore. He runs one of the most successful sales and marketing online portals for ordering alcohol. So sign up to him because you get great stuff come through that you can buy and he'll deliver. Wow,
my kind of new customer.
So without further ado, I'm going to hand over. I hope you have a really good evening. I hope you have some good fun and you actually meet some new people. Thank you.
Hi everybody and welcome. I've been in Singapore for 6 years now. Our business is focused on selling wine online only, and so I spend most of my life behind the computer screen, as you can see. There's not a lot of exercise in my business. So we do a lot of these kinds of events, just meeting new people and introducing you to our products. We have about 4,500 customers here online, and our philosophy is threefold. Value for money on everything that we offer, quality of information on the wines that we talk about, and most importantly, service. So please join us. There's business cards on the table, and I'm going to hit you with some going out of business sale prices at the end of the night, which will be irresistible, I'm sure. Just to talk briefly about what we're doing tonight, it's very relaxed. The whole idea really is to get an experience of what it takes to make a Bordeaux wine. So I don't know how much you guys are familiar with Bordeaux and how the wines are produced together, but predominantly if you could draw a line through Bordeaux, and the wines on the left bank are Cabernet dominant blends, and the wines on the right bank are Merlot dominant blends. So into those blends then come Cabernet Franc, Petit Bordeaux, etc., etc. And look, there's about 5 classic Bordeaux varietals that are used. So we've got some French in here tonight, so tell me if I've got anything wrong, which happens frequently. So the first thing that I've got wrong is I'm giving you New World wines to blend in an Old World style. But very often in South Africa, Australia, New Zealand, people try to emulate the style of the French. They talk about the old world being French, Spain, Italy, and the new world being Australia, New Zealand, South Africa, and South America, etc. There's a big move on these days to talk about Northern Hemisphere versus Southern Hemisphere, which I rather suspect is the Californians trying to get a little bit of leverage. So I'm not sure how successful that's going to be, but it seems to be, in today's day and age, what's happening these days is a focus on regions and what regions do best as opposed to comparing to other places. So what you've got in front of you tonight is wines from a winery called Majella in the Coonawarra in South Australia. Now, Coonawarra is kind of known for the Australians amongst us as the Bordeaux of Australia. Cabernet is the thing they do best. So the glass that you've got in front of you, amongst all the other paraphernalia, is their super premium Malaya blend, which is 65% Cabernet, about 25% Merlot, and a little bit of Shiraz. So that's what they think is the best expression of these three grapes out of their region. So what we're going to do tonight is, in these tables, work out your interpretation of what you think these wines can do in your kind of a blend. There's a massive magnum that's going to be given away to the table who wins, and we'll be actively encouraging you to open it and share it with the rest of the So have a think about that. Maybe you want to talk about amongst yourselves what kind of style you want to produce. Remember, if you're producing a left bank, that's more about structure, that's more about form, it's more about a technical balance in a wine. The right bank, Merlot dominant, gives you more flavors of plum and lushness and softness and velvetiness. It's interesting to note that some of the most expensive Bordeaux comes from the right bank. Petrus, Le Pen, etc. that sold for many, many thousands of dollars. Then, of course, you get Chateau Lafite from the left bank, that thanks to China is now the most sought after brand in the world. Long may they reign. I think they've saved many wine producers from a fate worse than death. So please have a taste of this wine, figure out whether you like the style, or whether you think that a Merlot dominant interpretation would be better. We'll be filming you a little bit tonight, and I'll be sending that back to the winery to give them your interpretations of how you feel about these grapes. So have a look at that. Decanters are in front of you. We won't run out of wine, I promise you. We've got backups. And see which of these three grapes actually form the structure that you want to create tonight. So please get on with it, and I'll come around to the tables and see how you go.
One, two, three.